Do you know that there was an India-China war in early 60s?
I heard about it, but the knowledge part as the normal Chinese people, we didn't mention a lot about that part because it was a big war. It's not too much died or something. It just small,
Yeah.
like compare what's.
In India, we learn about it.
Yeah, tell me about, please.
It was a place called Aksai Chin, I think, which is a part of our northern part of our country.
Yeah.
So China won that war. I think there was like 1,800 people in the Chinese military who died, but more than 3,000 died in Indian military. And the way we look at it is that our military was not prepared for that war, and we were not.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were not backed by our government at that time.
Yeah. Also about the weapon, like
Yeah.
you wasn't be updated the moment we already have like the not the best, but the moment was the good, the guns, everything.
Yeah.
AK-47 something. I read about this part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you learn about this Indo-China war?
To be honest, in my book, when the age I was in the school, we didn't mention a lot about it, slightly, but not like deep to the detail. But on the media, everything, you can see that this part we didn't hide it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, because of that India-China war, my parents' generation has dislike towards China. Little bit. It's little less in my generation. But in my generation now, there was recently something called a Galwan conflict. Did this come up? So recently, like 2-3 years ago, there was a clash at the border.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
With Chinese soldiers and Indian soldiers.
Yeah. This one I like news announced as well. Yeah.
This was announced in China?
Yeah. For sure.
What was said?
It just said, at the border, it's like a neighbor, and you and your neighbor. You love your neighbor, you hate your neighbor. Like,
I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of geopolitical tension in India. And in Indian media, I mean, I'm saying this very openly. Okay? See, again, when I meet a Chinese person like you, there's no bad energy from your side, from my side. There's conversation. I want to know more.
Yeah.
But we have a very big population. And maybe 99% of our population has not left India.
yeah.
They've not gone outside of India.
Yeah.
At least 90%, if not 99%.
Yeah.
So that 90% of my population does not have perspective on how other people are. And their perspective comes from media. And the media portrays China like the villain.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Are you aware of this in China?
So we heard about it a bit, but to be honest, as I said, we can't even as tourists go to your country. So imagine we also know everything about media exactly same like what you said, true media, true news. So to be honest, for us, India is like a big question because the media which we see is always come from two sides, positive and negative. Of course, China, your media not only talk about bad thing about China, right? There is something we can learn from it,
Right.
right? Something really good, advanced, like technology, anything good. And also there is something talk about negative to make people dislike maybe China, same as us. Yeah. Exactly.
So, I mean, see, honestly, what you and me are doing right now, is one of the first pieces of positive media about India-China relations.
Yeah, can we shake a hand first? We represent the people
Yeah.
from these two largest population and one of the two of the most longest history country. We really need that.
Yeah.
From my people side, I believe they want her. And from your side, they want. And luckily, we are both have a international positive mind, but not everyone does. Yeah, so they don't know what, they only check Douyin. They say, oh, India's like this, India's like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out all the other clips we've uploaded on this channel. You'll find a clip related to almost every single topic as long as you're willing to search for it.